I wanted the kids to simply listen to the story. They answered the Listenwise questions. I believe there were 10 questions in the story. They could turn and talk to a friend. They could hunt for the answers in the transcript. And after we listened to it as a whole class, they filled out their questions, and then they filled out the debate organizer. And for that, I turned this into a homework assignment where I wanted them to take what I call an arguable position. You're either for paying reparations to people who were deported, or you're against. And what I wanted to say is a lot of my students, they really hate taking a question or taking a position on something or stating an original thought without talking to their friends about it first. Because what if it's racist? What if it's not the popular opinion? What if they're wrong? A lot of times they want to clear this in a simple turn and talk with their friends before they're comfortable saying it in front of the whole class. And so this is spring semester, 11th grade. These kids have been doing argumentative writing for a little bit. I want them to string together 3 or 4 facts into what I call a line of reasoning. And what I asked them to do is just record a simple video of themselves stating their position, stating their line of reasoning, using 3 pieces of evidence from the debate organizer. Yeah, so I cut up pieces of the debate organizer so you could see it. This was the evidence that the person gathered for saying, yes, I believe we should pay reparations. And I want to say about 73% of the students were for reparations and 23% of the students were against reparations. So it's always kind of an interesting, one of the other games I like to play is Philosopher's Chairs, where they go to different stations and they see if they can talk you in or out of your position, and then you can move around the room to express where are you on the spectrum of believing this statement. But the first student, whose clip we are not going to play, said, yes, I'm for it, and I'm for it for these following reasons.
I wanted to point out, I have a couple of red little circles, that Scott's students are in 11th grade, they're experienced, they can listen to something and talk to friends and have tons of ideas on the pro-con side of an argument. But if students weren't as advanced, this organizer can help them feel safe about having reasoning. They can listen to a story and find a quote and come up with an idea. So I just, on the pro side for this student's graphic organizer, the first thing he said is the descendants can have a sense of justice. And I could see maybe an EL student saying a pro is justice. And they might have gotten that idea because of this quote, that was directly from the transcript. To create a commission to complete our investigation about what should be done to correct the injustice. Okay, so they need justice. Something else would be, a pro would be, they need reparations because they were citizens. And there was that direct from the audio story in the transcript. 60% or more of those 2 million were actually United States citizens. So they might have their own ideas, or they might need the help of looking back, which as a teacher, I always wanted my students to do. Okay, your students did such a great job. I can't wait to hear the next one.
Another point of clarification, English, is that this story is from 2006. So in 2006, they were discussing reparations. And one of the follow-ups I asked my students is, so how's this going? Have you gotten a check in the mail from the state of California yet? I mean, it's been 16, 17 years. We should be getting paid any day now, right? And no, there's nothing on the California legislative agenda that is going to make this happen, I don't think.
It's interesting to see how this is not a current event, but they're still so evergreen. You always can be talking about this topic.
Yes. So, and when we talk about Japanese internment, there were reparations made there, and there's a great deal of discourse out there on prospects of reparations for anybody that has been harmed by the government. So it's definitely something that students get engaged with and enjoy talking about and enjoy formulating a line of reasoning.